Okay, we gotta talk about a strange, is it a phenomenon? That cloud. So imagine the magnitude 7.1 earthquake that just hit Japan under a densely populated area on land. This is not the subduction zone. This was shallow. That's why it was so strong. The shaking was maximum intensity on the Japanese scale, 7. But imagine you're driving the highway and you see a cloud that really looks like a mushroom cloud. You think it's something, looks like a nuclear bomb exploded or something like that. That would be my thought. So you start filming it, right? Because you're like, wow, what is that? And then while you're filming it, your cell phone is giving you an earthquake warning. This is really true. I'll show you the video. You watch it and then we talk about it. So you hear the beeping. So this is for me the proof that this cloud was there before the earthquake, because there's theories circulating that this cloud appeared after the earthquake. And we have now many videos where people are actually filming that cloud. But there's only one video that is giving us basically a timestamp, because we do hear the earthquake warning. The earthquake happened at 4:27 p.m. in the afternoon. So also, if there's other videos that have a timestamp, dashcam videos, we can also see it. So of course, now the internet is going wild with theories about that cloud, because they're saying, did this cause the earthquake? Is this a coincidence? This is really strange, because right there where the epicenter is, you see that cloud. And I dare to say probably that cloud did not know that an earthquake was coming. But what is it, right? If the cloud was there when the magnitude 7.1 hit Kumamoto in Japan, within minutes, this picture of the cloud was everywhere. 5 different explanations are actually going around, and I can tell you already 4 of them are wrong. So let's debunk this. When I say 4 are wrong, fifth one, it's actually even stranger than the conspiracy, I have to say, because the real reason that this cloud showed up basically on the same afternoon at the same time frame like this massive devastating earthquake is a coincidence that you can actually calculate. That sounds weird, guys, but let me explain. So theory number 1, we go through all these theories and you make up your mind and you let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me? So mushroom cloud, number 1, mushroom cloud / explosion. And of course, this matches with the explosion of that shopping center that people are like, so many explosions and in a cloud like this. So theory 1 is it's an explosion, a blast, something is detonating that could cause that earthquake. Can a detonation cause such a large earthquake, right? And here's why people think that. There was a real explosion in Kumamoto, right? The mall, believed to be a gas leak, sent up a genuine smoke plume when it happened. You see the video here behind me, but that's a smoke plume. You see, it's different from that cloud. That's not the same cloud, and it's not white. So 2 completely different images are being shared as if they're the same event, as if this cloud comes from that explosion. One is smoke, the other one is water vapor, and the other one was already there before the mall collapsed, because the mall collapsed after the earthquake, and it was a gas explosion, most likely. That's the theory right now. Smoke from an explosion is darker, it's dirty, and it drifts apart in minutes, doesn't form stuff like this. So this thing is white, sharp-edged, and it stood there for over an hour. Very long. So that's why I said that cloud did not know that an earthquake was coming. So theory number 2, I read this often, also in the comments underneath my video. The theories HARP, or a weather weapon that has caused that. An ionospheric weapon, so someone triggered it. HARP is real. It's a research array in Alaska, and what it's doing is heats a patch of the upper atmosphere with radio energy. Its total output is roughly that of a commercial radio station. So this cloud contains on the order of 1 million tons of water and releases the energy of a small nuclear weapon. That's why it looks like this over its lifetime, over the cloud's lifetime. So you do not push that around with a radio antenna from 8,000 kilometers away. So that's my scientific explanation. I'm sure we will have an interesting discussion in the comments. Keep them coming, guys. Let's discuss this. Nothing is set in stone. Theory number 3, the earthquake cloud, how many are calling it. It's a serious one. So theory 3, and this one is the strongest. So take this one really seriously. There's a real hypothesis in literature. Stressed rock. It's rock that when a fault breaks, that is stress and that is grinding against each other, releases charge and radon. Okay, and that ionizes the air near the ground. And we do know ionized air seeds clouds. Okay, the whole procedure also has a name. It has papers published about it as well. But it also has 0 verified predictions. So not one earthquake anywhere has ever been successfully been forecast from a cloud. Question is, has such a cloud ever appeared where there was an earthquake? Well, Venezuela, they were showing us a weird cloud in the sky after the earthquake. Really, guys, I don't know. I'm telling you the science that is available right now. I'm trying to stay away from my personal interpretation right now. The ones who know me know this is hard for me, but I'm trying to give you the facts. The World Meteorological Organization and the Japanese Meteorological Agency and the USGS have no category that is called like earthquake cloud, because no one has ever shown that the link runs basically one way instead of being noise, so to speak. So that this is really something that has proven science behind it. And the mechanism doesn't reach. What do I mean with this? The rupture was miles, kilometers underground. It was not above ground, right? It was shallow, but it was still underground. And this cloud was probably up to 10, 12 miles up in the air, up to 16 kilometers, really, really high up. Usually we see something like that from volcanoes or also from wildfires sometimes. But again, this one was white and clean. And it was built probably by heat coming off the ocean. And again, I would say that cloud did not know that an earthquake was coming. So that's why let's have a look at theory number 4. It's fake, it's AI, it's recycled, that it's an old photo. Some of the versions might be that are, this is the problem, right? As soon as something happens, we have these fake videos circling around, and it's really, really hard sometimes to tell, is this an old video, is it fake? AI, yeah, I'm pretty good at spotting it, but it seems this is a real cloud because we do have several videos about it. So it's real. It just isn't a mysterious one if we have scientific explanations. So that leads me to the real answer. So what is this? It has a name. It's a cumulonimbus incus. So basically an anvil-topped thunderstorm. So we have warm, wet air that is basically rocketing upwards up in the air. It hits the tropopause and physically cannot climb any further. Then it has nowhere to go but sideways. So that creates that flat top, this mushroom cap that we see here. Basically, that's the ceiling of the atmosphere. And this is very common, and it's the single most common severe storm shape on Earth. And listen, while you're watching this, right now on Earth, we have probably 2,000 thunderstorms going on as of right now, happening simultaneously around the planet. And Kyushu, where the earthquake happened and where we see that cloud, we have late July. That is peak convective season, where this is even less unusual. So Quake struck at 4:27 in the afternoon. The timing is also important here. That is also the exact hour when the heating peaks and when these towers usually go up. So again, my verdict is the cloud did not know that an earthquake was coming. But here's the coincidence that you were promised when I started this video. So we know that thousands of anvil clouds a day over a country that records more than 1,000 earthquakes a year. So the odds that a big quake happens under a, let's call it a photogenic sky, are not so small. They are not small because Japan gets a lot of both. They are inevitable, unfortunately. So it's not why was there a cloud? It's why do we only notice stuff like this as unusual when we have another event happen like this earthquake? Then we look at this in a way different way. And I have to say, yeah, of course it's strange. Especially in the video, you see that cloud and then you see the earthquake warning. If that was interesting for you guys, like and subscribe if you want to see more what happened in Japan. Especially with that mall. Very strange mystery around that mall because that is the mall, I call it, that was rebuilt twice. So why did that happen there? Unusual for Japan. Check it out. I'm basically investigating that mystery and I found a lot out for you. Check it out here. I see you in a second. Bye.